morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and it's going to be a hot one today here in Alabama. It's on into the day here, but things have to be done. And one of those is taking care of something that I recently purchased. You guys know that Jason surprised me with a skid steer, and I was able to find a bucket because the skid steer did not come with any attachments. So I was able to find a bucket at a good deal. And if you guys have been following us for very long, you know how rocky and hard our soil is here. So much so that we had to have Brant, the builder of our home and barn, to come and dig holes when we installed the pasture fences. Our auger that goes on the back of our tractor does not cut it. So Brant came, dug all those holes for us, but we got more fencing in mind, and we hate asking somebody to come do something. I found what we needed, and of course it was on one of these Facebook Marketplace ads, but it was a long way from home. It was over in Oxford, Mississippi, which is the northernmost part. Marycarl went with me. Jason, somebody had to hold down the farm, and got over there. The guys got it loaded for me. The guy had another auger that was meant to be used on another piece of equipment, so he no longer needed this one. And y'all, let me tell you something. This is all we'll ever need. What do you think, Jason?
Oh, yeah, this is a boy dog here. This auger will go through asphalt and concrete if we wanted it to, but we're not going to use it for that.
No, we're going to use it for rocky soil that we have here at Cog Hill Farm.
Right.
And no more calling anybody to drill holes.
Mm-mm.
All the fences we need can be installed, maintained, put in. Our friends can use it. Family can use it, whatever. It's going to be here. So next step is to get it unloaded. Now this is a lot lighter than what we dealt with the bucket.
It's not as heavy as the bucket, but it's still heavy.
It's still heavy. I mean, we can't pick it up and unload
Well,
it.
I could, but you wouldn't let me. You said you didn't want me to show everybody out and didn't want me to, you know, especially show Lester out. We didn't want Lester to see how strong I was. And
he can't unload it. So I'm going to get on the tractor because I'm not familiar enough with the skid steer to be driving into the truck. The tractor already has the forks on it.
Yeah.
And we're going to get this off the truck today. We don't have a bit for it, but that's going to come. The gentleman kept the bits because they work with the other auger that he has for the other piece of equipment. So bits are on our wish list. I'm looking for some. I may have to buy one new because most people usually keep those things.
Yeah, or they're pretty wore out.
Or they're wore out. Yeah, that's my other thing is I don't want to get a bit that's been used up and not going to work. Then we'll think this doesn't work.
Right.
And this is going to work.
This is going to be fine. This is going to work. It ain't brand new, but it's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
That's how we like it.
Yeah, a little broke in, little used.
Mm-hmm.
This has been well taken care of. I saw it in use. No hydraulic leaks.
Yep.
It just is a good purchase.
Yeah,
so,
he sent us videos of it working before we bought it.
That's right. So thanks to Mr. Bill over there in Mississippi. And we're going to get this thing unloaded. Well, actually, I'm going to get it unloaded. You're going to supervise this time.
Unless the tractor don't get it, then me and Bobby will take care of it.
Well, I will have to hand it over to Bobby. If, Jason Bobby, that is. If this tractor doesn't get it off. But
I think the tractor will be fine.
I think so, too. It's not that heavy.
In all seriousness, the forklift attachments is already on Big Orange. So I got a feeling it'll pick it up just fine. If the forklift attachment wasn't on Big Orange, I would use Bobby to get it off with, but I don't see any sense of taking that off and putting it back on and taking it back off and putting it back on again. So if I see for some reason it ain't gonna work, then we'll go get Bobby. Handled it like a pro. Handled it like a pro.
Well, I tell you what, this thing's a monster. And it might be that Brant wants to come borrow it from us because I think this is bigger than his.
Hey,
it may be a little overkill, but I'd rather have it when we need it than not have it and need bigger.
Plus, we got such a great deal. I want to tell you something.
What's that?
So, the last couple of days, I've been on the Big O doing a lot of work, moving stuff around.
Okay.
Cleaning up trash, moving stuff around, getting the back clean, just moving a whole bunch of things around. The bonnet works really well.
Well, I wasn't in the sun when I moved that, but I haven't been on it enough to realize if it's helping or not. But if you say it does, that's a good thing. Yeah,
it's been helping me. I noticed it. I actually noticed it.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for getting it, because it's not like since we got the skid steer, the tractor won't be used.
Oh, that's right.
The tractor's going to be used just as much as it was before.
Right.
The skid steer's just for those, cleaning the woods up and picking up those things that are too heavy to move with the big orange machine.
That's right.
So I got something I got to show you.
You gonna show me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something I got to show you.
Okay.
What's going on, fellas? I got to go show your daddy something, but before I go, since it's so warm outside, I thought y'all might want to be squirted off with a water hose a little bit. Ernest T's still looking mighty fine in his orange suit. Opie, good thing you're dark colored, because it doesn't show up on you. Nope. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this girl right here liked to roll around in orange mud? She'd look like Ernest T. Miss Snow White, enjoying her life. All right, boys. A nice lady sent us a splash pad, and we're going to try that out on y'all. We have tried it on Nugget when we lived at the old farm, and Nugget didn't care for it too much, but I think you boys may be a different story. We're going to get that out soon, but today we're going to show everybody how much y'all like to be squirted off and play in the mud. Now, don't make a fool out of me. Don't make a fool out of me. Let's get it cooled off first. The first little bit that comes out, it's always hot. Yeah. That didn't take long, did it, boys? And this right here is the reason Ernest T is orange. Because he loves to play in a mud hole, and it just so happens to be that this little area is part of where Mr. Greg did some of the site work where we built the barn, and grass never took over here. That's the only place really that we don't have grass. And these boys are sure glad we don't have grass, because they don't want to roll around in the grass, they want to roll around in the mud. Y'all are silly. They have their necks intertwined with each other. Why'd you pick up a rock and drop it? And they will actually eat rocks like chickens do to grind their food in their gizzard. And they choose a little larger rock than a chicken does, obviously because they're a larger bird. But if you ever see them picking up rocks and swallowing them, do not be alarmed. It is, it's no harm to them. It's actually helpful. All right, boys, y'all want me to turn the volume down and squirt y'all a little bit? All right, let's see. How does that feel? I only have one hand, and the other one won't allow me to put my fingers in it and make a stream. Let's swap. Let's see. There you go. You gonna roll around? I think y'all might like that splash pad. Next week we're gonna get it out, okay? And y'all can see I'm squirting Ernest T's back, and that orange color is not going away. It's like that Alabama red mud. If your kids play ball and you live in the South, then you know about the Alabama red mud and the difficulties it is to get it out of the baseball pants or the football pants. Yeah. Hey, we don't care what color they are. They're having fun. Same with your kids. they get stained clothes, that just means they were having fun. Woo-wee! Well, we could sit here and watch y'all all day, play and roll around in the mud, but I said I got something I got to show Jason. Oh my gracious. This is a new meaning of mud spa. And I guarantee y'all the goats are not going to be impressed, as goats do not like water. Seems like y'all are in the wrong pasture. Your friends are not going to appreciate this mud hole. That's okay. They got plenty of grass, which is what they enjoy.
Holly said that, you know, she wanted me to let this back for you so you have somewhere to ride.
This is her buggy, isn't it? You know, it needs to have something other than this Screaming Chicken logo.
You know what I need?
What?
I need to say Farmer Jason right here and Holly on that side.
Well, I think we can handle that.
Where's Mom? Where's Mama? She in the back?
Mama's in the back. Don't mind me. We're going on a walk, and as most of you guys know, we've had Caden, our farm helper, hard at work around here. He's been weed eating, and he's been doing a lot of it.
It's taking him 2 days.
Taking him 2 days. He enjoys weed eating,
Yeah.
so that's a good thing. Don't really know how anybody enjoys weed eating, but he does, and he doesn't mind it because he's paid for it. So thankful to have him around here. But I want to show y'all just a little bit of what he's done. So this is the pasture that's over by Marycarl's pigeon loft, and the fence lines we don't want to spray over here because we have birds in here, and we have things that we don't want to eat poison, and we don't use a lot of poison around here anyway because of the bees. So you kind of get a image of the work that Caden's been doing, and this pen is a perfect example because our plan is to rehome this pen over to Miss Catherine at G&G Farm. It's what we had our peafowl in when we first moved here because peacocks are notorious for wandering off if they're not locked up. So we kept them locked up for a long time, and this pen was nice. It served its purpose. We don't have any purpose for it anymore. It got overgrown because we don't have anything in it. So Caden weed-eated inside of it. And here's what Caden found when he was weed-eating inside of it. The door was shut. This is Jason's best friend. He officially named her. I'm going to let you tell him. What's her name? She doesn't have a name?
Her name is the Mouth of the South, but I know this is a family-friendly channel, and I can't say any ugly words, but I see what she's doing.
You see what she's doing?
Yeah.
Well, let me show them what she's doing. So the weeds were very tall, and Caden weed-eated in here. And upon his weed-eating, he discovered something. And you can see he left the weeds around her, which is kind of how tall they had gotten. Now this is her husband, and he was brought to us many years ago with angel wing, and that is just a deformity of the wings due to improper diet, minerals, whatever, but he's been like that since he's been here. Her, on the other hand, she has perfectly good wings. She flies back and forth to the pond very frequently. They're a nuisance in a lot of places, but here they're a desired bird. So we've had this pair for probably 5 years, wouldn't you say?
4 or 5, yeah.
We had them at the old farm,
Yeah.
so it has to be a little over 4 years. And she has never, ever laid eggs that we know of, and definitely they haven't hatched if she did. So you can see they're kind of hot.
I hope we pull our eggs.
Well, Jason, I'm thinking she may even have some chicks.
I don't know.
Jason despises these birds. If he could rehome the pair, he would. But I just feel like they've been here so long that...
That's the reason why, I mean, she is loud, though. She is so loud. She's way louder than the guinea. Louder than the peacocks. What makes her so bad is she doesn't stop. It's, you know, it's 15, 20, 30 minutes of non-stop. Then she'll take a break for about 5 minutes, and it's right back again.
But you know what?
What?
The males are silent.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So maybe she's going to have all male babies.
Yeah, right. You know why they're a nuisance bird, don't you?
Why?
Because they multiply like rabbits.
Well, Jason, we've had them almost 5 years now, and they haven't multiplied yet.
You remember that time we had a pair of rabbits, and we had them for about 2 years, and they never had any babies?
And then it was on.
And then they had babies after babies after babies after babies after babies.
So you want me to get the eggs and see if Catherine wants them?
Yeah.
Because
Don't tell Tony, though.
what do you think Tony would do?
Tony's going to be like me. He's going to be fussing.
Well, I've already had people reach out to me years ago
Yeah.
that want the babies if she were to indeed hatch any. So I can put Catherine in touch with those people. I have let her borrow our incubator.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not hatching anything here. She was hatching a lot of goose eggs. She was trying to hatch emu eggs. So my big cabinet incubator is over at her house. I don't have any way to incubate them.
Yeah. She ain't been sitting long either.
Been
She
sitting.
ain't been sitting long because it ain't been long since I saw her walking around.
All right. So first things first, I got to reach out to Catherine and see if she'll incubate the eggs.
So the reason why they're considered a nuisance animal is because they will continue to breed over and over and over and over and over again. The difference between these guys and a regular goose is they can fly like a Canada goose. They can fly. So the last thing we need is our farm overran with these Egyptian geese. And I mean overran. It's just one of those things, if she hatches out 6 or 10, then those become 20 next year, and those become 40 in 2 years, and then 80 in 3 years, 160, y'all see what I'm saying. And once they hatch out, you can't catch them.
No,
You
they
cannot
will
catch
fly,
them.
and,
Yes.
and they will not be
It'll be just like us thinking we could catch some baby peacocks when they hatched.
peacocks.
Peafowl.
Peafowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't catch them.
No.
They're just too wild. So the last thing we need is to have our farm completely overran with Egyptian geese.
Well, I totally agree. All right, so Catherine can take them.
Okay.
So, how many eggs do you think she's got?
I bet she's got 10.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
You think just put them in my shirt?
What I want to know, we're going to throw some over her head because she's already a little hussy.
I'm not scared of her.
All right.
Jason, I already got one hand. I am not scared of her. Let me grab something to put the eggs
Okay.
in.
Okay. All right.
So I told y'all in one of the most recent videos that I did
Oh, and before.
4.
It's
Said,
just 4 eggs.
Geese have teeth, and this girl,
She
she didn't have the teeth
she
on
don't
her
have.
tongue.
Yeah, she don't have them like a
Well, it
regular
doesn't
goose.
mean she won't hurt.
Oh yeah, she's probably
She's
gonna hurt.
So I'm gonna try to put my hand over her head. She's snapping at me already. Girl, you are not a snake. One-handed, okay? I'm one-handed. Oh no, don't do that.
I was gonna put the hat over her head so she wouldn't bite you.
Just shoo her this way so I can get the
Shoo her towards this way.
4 eggs.
Good deal. Good deal.
Plus, it's too hot in here.
It is. Y'all saw her breathing hard. She don't need to be over here.
She does not need to be over here.
Yeah, she don't need to be over here.
It's not going to happen again. Lesson learned.
That's right.
Things happen on a farm, and now she may or may not lay again. But I guarantee you, I'm going to be watching her, and I will know if she lays again. And this is not going to happen. Just thankful for Caden for weed eating, because otherwise there'd be 4 more mouths of the south.
Oh gosh.
And I don't know what you'd do if you had to
I don't
contend with. What if there were 4 females?
Yeah, that would be bad.
What would you do?
We would have.
Jason has a noise anxiety, and that may sound crazy because noises don't bother me. They bother Marycarl and they bother Jason, and he can't handle it. So it's
I wear my
earpods
a lot.
And off I go over to Catherine's once again to give her some eggs to pop in the incubator. Well, we got that little bump in the road handled, and don't plan on that happening again. So when things happen, you just have to take care of it, move on. And that's the same thing I'm doing with my hand. I go to the doctor for my next checkup this coming up week. I'm hoping that he will remove the pins at that point and I can get in this skid steer and go to work. But I am going to take care of my hand until he gives me the all clear. But I won't say I'm not anxiously awaiting getting in this booger and getting to work, because especially now that I have a bucket, I can do some digging or some damage, as Jason says, and even dig some really big holes if need be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will update you after my next appointment. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and y'all be good.